and its efficiency. I agree with the comments that were made by Julie Bishop, but what's your view about the role the UN plays? Is this something to celebrate, or you know, is the President right?
Well, there's a lot of candidate Trump's rhetoric which has been jettisoned under President Trump, and I think most of us would think that was a good thing. Like a lot of candidates, he tacked in one particular direction to get elected and is now tacking back to the centre to be the president. Look, the UN has its faults, Richard, there's no doubt about that. We've talked about those before, but for all of its faults, it does more good than it does harm. And I guess you've got to imagine what the world would be like without a United Nations. And I think that is really the major test.
I agree, and this is definitely a moment to be glass half full. I mean, if you look at the efforts that have been made to try and get some form of global decision-making in the past, the League of Nations wasn't successful, and compared to that, the UN has been amazingly successful. And anyone who has seen, as I have, refugee camps in Africa and the Middle East and the way in which UN agencies operate there, you can't help but realise the significance of what the UN does, notwithstanding all its faults, and should be more efficient, less bureaucratic, of course, but it is a huge force for good in this world.
And I think under António Guterres, it is getting better and better all the time. So let's wish him the best of luck for reforming the UN, because it's important to the success of our way of thinking in the world. Another big issue that continues to run